Have you ever been hurt so badly by a friend that your instincts kick in and you just leave? You end that friendship? That's been my default mechanism. That's usually what I do. If I'm hurt or feeling unheard, not appreciated, I just end the friendship. I don't continue with it. But recently I've taken a page out of my daughter's book, a healthier way to handle situations like that. And I'm going to share that with you today. I'm just going to look for a bench and we'll chat about that. So let me give you some backstory to what had happened. And I think it'll put things in perspective, hopefully. In the spring, my young adult daughter, my 20-year-old daughter, was sick. And she landed up in the hospital in and out for like 2 months. So April, May was just a stressful time for us. Like, she was sick, really sick, the scary sick kind of sickness. And I reached out to a friend, a longtime friend, and just wanting support, somebody to be there for me, to hear me, just support. And I called a number of times and she never really had time, or so it felt for me. She didn't have time. And then there was this one time, there was sort of my last straw time, that I talked to her and I was just sharing. And in the middle of what I was saying, she said, "Oh, I've got to let you go now. I have to go make lunch for my husband." And it pissed me off. It really pissed me off. And I'm sorry if you guys don't see it that way, but I was really, really hurt. Really hurt. And I just thought, your husband can't even make himself lunch this one time. You have to stop what you're doing to go make lunch for your spouse. And I know not everybody's marriage is the same, but my husband wouldn't even entertain the idea of stopping me from what I was doing to go make him lunch. But I just might have a different marriage. I don't know. Anyway, I was really pissed off. And I hung up and I didn't speak to her for months. Like, months. I was so hurt by her reaction and her response to me needing support. So I left it go. I thought, okay, this is going to be one of those moments where I'm just done. And that anger sat with me for a long time. And I did what I always do when someone hurts me. I quietly cut ties and stop returning calls and move on with my life. That was just been my survival strategy for years and years. No confrontation, no drama, just silence. But that silence means no closure. And this is where my daughter comes in. She has this boldness about her that I love and admire. She doesn't shy away from hard conversations like I do. If someone hurts her, she sits down and says, "This is what you did, this is how I feel, and this is what I need from you." I've never done that. I've never been courageous about that. So last week, she came in and sat with me for a while, telling me about a hard conversation that she had with one of her friends about feeling ignored and not being appreciated. In the end, they both laughed and cried and promised to be better friends and better people. Watching her over the years, I've realized she doesn't lose as many friends and people in her life as I do. Actually, she comes out of those conversations with much stronger friendships. This was sort of a light bulb moment for me, and I thought, if I tried it this way just once, what would happen? So I reached out to my friend. My heart was racing because this was so unlike me. I didn't do these things. But I sent her a text asking if she was free to chat. Instantly, response came, yes. So I called her. The first thing she said was, "Hi, how have you been?" And straight out I said, she hurt me. I was disappointed in how she responded. I didn't feel like she was there when I needed her. And I just kind of laid it on the line. And it was scary. She apologized. She didn't realize that's how it was, or I had seen it as, and she'd seen it as. And just felt bad for what had been happening. But she also said something else to me that kind of hit home, and it was hard to hear. She asked me to tell her that I needed help or support, or just someone being there at that moment. She didn't know that. She didn't realize that that's what I needed. And honestly, I realized that that's something I don't do. I don't ask for help. Maybe I see it as a sign of weakness in myself. I'm not sure. That's probably it. But it's just another light bulb moment for me. Another opportunity for me to grow. 61 years later, I'm still learning. It's okay to reach out and ask for support. So we ended the call with more understanding of what each of us needed and a stronger friendship for it. Maybe those few months away made it stronger. But here's the thing. Not every confrontation will end with an apology. Sometimes it might confirm that walking away is the right decision or was the right decision. And that's okay. But by not speaking up, you don't get the chance to clarify and be understood. And that kind of carries a heavy weight. And anger and disappointment. You deserve having the chance to be heard and understood. And honestly, it felt empowering. At 61, I'm still learning lessons from my daughter. Reinvention doesn't stop at retirement. It's these little moments when we decide how to handle life differently. So if you're like me, someone who avoids confrontation, I want you to consider this. Maybe speaking up isn't about starting conflict. Maybe it's about giving yourself a voice to be heard, to be understood. And it's also about giving the friendship one last chance to grow. Thanks for listening to my rambling story. If you're reinventing yourself after retirement, or just trying to figure relationships out in this season of our life, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your story. Have you ever had to confront a friend who had hurt you? How did that go? Did you walk away? Did you figure it out? And if you found this video helpful, give it a like. Subscribe to Reinventing Me at 60 and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Because reinvention doesn't happen all at once. It happens one brave step at a time. We'll catch you on the next one.